Hey, welcome back to Calm English Company. I'm Lucy.
And I'm Tom. And I want to start today with a question. And I want you to think about this honestly.
Uh-oh. Oh.
How many hours have you spent studying English? Like, actually, grammar books, vocab apps, flashcards, YouTube videos, maybe even, you know, this podcast.
Hours. Probably hundreds of hours.
Right. And this is the question. Does your spoken English actually reflect all of those hours?
Hmm.
Because here is what I hear, honestly, from hundreds of learners. Tom, I understand everything I read. I can pass grammar tests. I know the rules. But the moment I open my mouth in a real conversation, I freeze. And it's not occasional. It's like every single time.
Every single time.
And here's the thing. This is not a knowledge problem. You have the knowledge. It's living in your head, quiet, locked, waiting. The problem is getting it out. And that is what this entire episode is about.
Today we're giving you a 5-minute morning habit that I genuinely believe is the single most effective thing a language learner can do. And it takes less time than finishing your coffee.
Less time than finishing your coffee. I love that.
Let's go, Calm Crew.
Let's name the problem properly because it has a name. We're calling it the silent knowledge trap.
And once you understand what this is, everything about your English journey is going to make more sense.
So imagine a gym. You've been watching weightlifting videos for 3 years. You understand perfect form. You know which muscles each exercise targets. You could probably explain every movement in detail.
But you have never actually lifted a weight.
Right. So what happens the first time you pick up the bar?
You drop it! Or, I mean, you struggle a lot. Because watching and doing are processed by completely different parts of the brain.
Exactly. And this is so important. Language works the same way. Reading grammar, studying vocabulary, watching English videos, all of that is input, passive input. It builds something called declarative memory. Your brain stores the rule. Passive voice is formed with to be plus past participle.
You know it, you can write it down, you can pass the test.
But speaking, and this is the key, speaking requires something completely different. It requires what researchers call procedural memory. Not the memory of knowing something, the memory of doing something. Over and over and over until it becomes automatic.
Think about driving a car. The first time you drove, you were probably thinking about every single thing. Left foot, right foot, mirrors, gear, steering. Right? Exhausting.
Completely overwhelming.
Now, you drive and have full conversations and think about what to have for dinner. Because driving is in your procedural memory now. It's automatic. It's muscle memory.
And here's the painful truth. Most English learners spend 95% of their study time on declarative memory. Grammar, vocabulary lists, rules. And almost zero time building procedural memory, speaking muscle memory.
And then they stand in front of a real person or join a meeting or answer a phone call, and they wonder why they freeze. But it's not a mystery. You know, you simply haven't trained the muscle.
You've been watching the gym videos, but you haven't picked up the bar.
Now, building speaking muscle memory does not require hours of daily practice. It doesn't require a tutor. It doesn't require perfect pronunciation. It requires something incredibly small and incredibly consistent.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Every morning. That's it.
And 5 minutes attached to something you already do every morning. Something that signals to your brain the day is beginning. Something warm and familiar and routine.
Your morning coffee. Or your morning tea if you're a tea person.
Equally valid. Equally valid.
Stay with us until 10:30 because that's when we actually show you exactly what to say during these 5 minutes. Tom is going to demonstrate, live, the full 5-minute practice. And it's going to surprise you how simple it is.
I want to explain why this works. Because when Lucy first told me about habit anchoring for language, I mean, I was a bit skeptical.
He said, and I quote, 5 minutes feels too easy to actually work.
I did say that. Yeah. And I was wrong.
So, there's a concept in neuroscience called habit stacking. The idea is simple. If you want to build a new habit, attach it to an existing one. Don't try to build it from zero. Stack it on top of something that already happens automatically.
So, like, your brain already has a morning routine. Wake up, make coffee, sit down, whatever your thing is. That sequence is automatic. Your brain runs it without thinking.
And if you attach your English practice to that sequence, specifically to the moment you sit down with your coffee, your brain starts to expect it. After about 21 days, research suggests, the habit becomes part of the morning sequence itself.
Right. So it stops feeling like effort. It just happens.
Now, the second part. Why 5 minutes specifically? Why not 30? Why not an hour?
Honestly, and this surprised me too, shorter, consistent practice beats longer, occasional practice every single time for muscle memory building.
Think about it this way. If you go to the gym once a month for 3 hours, you'll be sore and exhausted and probably won't go back.
Right.
But if you do 10 minutes of movement every single morning, even light movement, your body changes over 3 months in ways that the monthly gym session never achieves.
Because consistency is the signal. Like, your brain interprets consistent small doses as this is important. We need to build infrastructure for this.
Exactly. And the specific practice we're recommending is called shadowing. Now, don't let that word scare you. Shadowing just means you listen to someone speaking English and you speak along with them at the same time or immediately after.
Like an echo, like a shadow following someone.
Exactly, yes. And the reason it builds muscle memory so effectively is this. You're not translating. You're not thinking about grammar. You're doing something physical. You're moving your mouth, controlling your breath, producing sounds. You're training the physical machinery of speaking English.
And here's what I found. After about 2 weeks of this, something shifts. Like, when I'm in a real conversation and I need a phrase, it comes out faster. Not because I studied it more, but because my mouth has practiced saying it. It knows the path.
That's muscle memory in action.
That is genuinely one of the most satisfying feelings in language learning. When something just flows without thinking.
And it starts with 5 minutes and a cup of coffee.
Coming up, The exact 5-minute practice, every single step, what to listen to, what to say, how to do it without any equipment, any tutor, or any special app. If you're making coffee right now, honestly, you can start today.
Okay, comm crew. This is the section you've been waiting for. The actual method. 5 minutes, 5 steps. Tom is going to walk through it and then demonstrate it live. Tom?
Right. So here's the structure. Every morning, while your coffee is still hot, 5 steps. Total time, 5 minutes. Pick something short in English to shadow. Doesn't need to be a lesson, doesn't need to be educational. Could be a movie scene you love, a podcast clip, a YouTube video, one of our episodes. Genuinely, anything. The only rule? It should be natural spoken English, not read English. Spoken.
And this matters, pick something at your level or just slightly above. If you can't understand 70% of it naturally, it's too hard for shadowing.
Play your chosen clip once. Just listen. Don't try to shadow yet. Just absorb the rhythm. Notice the speed. Notice where the speaker pauses. Notice, and this is the physical sensation part, notice how the words flow together. Want to becomes wanna. Going to becomes gonna. Did you becomes didya.
This is called connected speech, and recognizing it is one of the biggest unlocks in English listening. Native speakers don't say individual words, they say word rivers. Everything flows.
Okay, this is the main event. Play the clip again. This time, speak along with it, out loud. Use your real voice, not a whisper, your actual voice.
And here's where people panic. They think, but my pronunciation isn't good enough, but I'll sound silly, but what if someone hears me?
And look, here's the thing. Nobody needs to hear you. Do this in your room, in your bathroom, in your car, in your kitchen with the coffee machine making noise. It doesn't matter. The practice is for your mouth, not for an audience.
You're training a muscle. Muscles don't care about being impressive, they care about repetition.
Let me demonstrate. Tom plays a short clip and shadows it live. Approximately 45 seconds of natural English about daily routine. Okay, so do you hear what happens? I'm not thinking. I'm not translating. I'm just following. My mouth is doing the work. My brain is not the bottleneck anymore.
After the shadowing, pick one phrase from the clip that you want to own, something you want to be able to say naturally in conversation.
Say it 10 times. Out loud. Fast. Slow. Fast again. Different emotions. Curious. Confident. Casual. 10 times. That's it. After 10 repetitions, that phrase is starting to move from your head into your mouth.
And your phrase for today? We'll give you one right now. That's actually a really good question. Give me just a second. 10 times. Go. Seriously, after this episode, 10 times.
Final step. Make up one original sentence using the phrase or vocabulary you just practiced. About your real life. That was actually a really good question. Tom asked me this morning about, and then, whatever is true for you.
This step is tiny, but it's the most important one. Because you're not just repeating someone else's words anymore. You are creating. You are producing original English from muscle memory. And that is speaking.
Coming up, 4 weeks of this habit. What changes each week? And why by week 4, you won't recognize your own speaking confidence.
Okay, so let's talk about the journey. Because I know some of you are thinking, 5 minutes, fine. But how long before I see results? And I want to give you a real, honest answer. Not results vary. I mean, what actually tends to happen week by week?
Week 1 is uncomfortable. I'll be honest. You'll feel silly. Talking to yourself in the kitchen feels ridiculous. Your voice might sound different to you. The shadowing might feel clunky and out of sync.
This is completely normal. You're using speaking muscles that have almost never been used in English. They're weak. They're stiff. It's like the first day at the gym. Everything feels wrong.
But, and this matters, every day you do it in week 1, you are building the neural pathway. Even if it doesn't feel like anything is happening, the path is being made.
Around day 8, 9, 10, something subtle starts to shift. Like, you might notice that in a conversation, a phrase comes out faster than usual. Or you understand a native speaker more easily. Or, and this was my experience, you stop having to search for a word and it just appears.
That's the moment. That's the muscle memory starting to work. The path your brain has to travel to find that phrase is shorter now, because you've walked it 10 times every morning.
This is the week the habit stops feeling like effort, like genuinely. You start to enjoy the 5 minutes. You might even extend it slightly, not because you feel you should, but because it feels good.
Right. And your confidence in real conversations is noticeably higher. Not perfect, but higher. You catch yourself saying phrases you've been shadowing in real situations without thinking. And the first time that happens, honestly, you'll want to call someone.
This is the one. Week 4. This is when the habit becomes your identity. You're an English speaker now, not someone who is trying to speak English, someone who speaks it.
The silent knowledge trap is broken. What was locked in your head, all those grammar rules, all that vocabulary, it starts to connect with your mouth. The bridge is built.
And here's something beautiful about this. I want you to hear this clearly. You didn't need more study. You needed more practice. You didn't need a new app, a tutor, a language school. You needed 5 minutes and a cup of coffee.
Every single morning.
We're almost at the challenge, and today's challenge is the most practical one we've ever set. You can literally start it in the next 5 minutes. Don't skip it.
Okay, calm crew. Let's bring it home.
Today we named the silent knowledge trap, the gap between everything you know about English in your head and your ability to use it out loud. We explained why grammar study alone can never fix this, and why muscle memory, built through small, consistent practice, is the only real solution.
We gave you the 5-step morning method. 5 minutes, attached to your coffee, every day. And we walked you through 4 weeks of what that actually looks and feels like.
The big takeaway today, and please write this down, is this. Fluency is not a knowledge problem. It's a practice problem. And practice takes 5 minutes a day, not 5 hours.
Okay, the challenge. And this week's challenge is the most important one we've ever given. Not because it's hard, because it's the first day of something real. Tomorrow morning, before anything else, make your coffee or tea. Sit down. Open YouTube or any English content. Shadow for 5 minutes. That's it. Just tomorrow morning. One time. Then come back here and comment, Day 1 done. We will reply to every single Day 1 done comment. Everyone. Because Day 1 matters. Day 1 is the whole thing.
And if you want to go further, come back on Day 7 and comment, Day 7 done. We're going to track this together as a community. The Calm Crew does this together.
Because honestly, the biggest thing holding most English learners back is not ability. It's not intelligence. It's not even vocabulary. It's the belief that they need to do more before they're ready to speak. You don't. You're ready right now.
Your voice exists. Your English exists. Your muscle memory just needs 5 minutes a day to wake up.
New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell. Join the Calm Crew.
We'll see you Wednesday.
And go make your coffee.
Perfect last line. See you Wednesday, Calm Crew.